My socialization of being strong. I cannot recall the first time I heard the phrase strong black woman. It is a common language that I have listened to in and outside the black community. When people told me that I was strong in the earlier stages of my life, I received the term to complement my physical and emotional capacities. For example, many white teachers or coaches who were not interested in my personal life approached me to participate in middle school and high school athletics. Most did not take the time to find out my thoughts and feelings about sports. Therefore, I was a student with black skin, a valuable athlete to them. Looking back, I don't know if I enjoyed sports. However, I liked the attention that I was given when I participated. There were personal benefits to participating in these activities. I met other Black students and I enjoyed team sports, which were great for my sense of belonging. Due to the training in athletics, my physical health improved. So did my mental well being. Athletics taught me about structure, time management, problem solving, and the art of healthy competition. I understood the importance and effects of making decisions in my best interest at different post secondary levels. So while I continued to exercise, I did not participate in sports. My focus was on academics. Before graduate school, I saw a therapist because of gang violence directed towards me by mostly white staff in the workplace at a nonprofit organization on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. However, the critical aspect of going to counseling was that while I knew I could access therapy, I waited until the presenting issues affected my mental health severely. That delay was because I unconsciously performed the strong black woman stereotype. I was convinced that I could manage my life and address the contributing social contexts and implement responses without help. Recently, I isolated myself from people I otherwise gravitated toward because I was exhausted physically and emotionally. But I did not connect my exhaustion to the performance of being strong. Instead, I became angry and frustrated at myself for underachieving. Also, it became more apparent that I had neglected my needs. I wanted to be available to others, but I had to set limitations. To correct the latter, I stopped performing the stereotype. I learned about boundaries, why they are essential, and how to implement them constructively. I started to say yes to myself, and I am spending more time in silence and solitude. As an extrovert, I love being around people, just not all the time. I I cannot speak to a precise moment before commencing my graduate studies in 2013 when I began to think critically about what it meant to be called a strong Black woman. Or they would say, "You're so strong." In 2018, my thesis research provided the platform to examine the history of the stereotype, its meaning, and its impact. As a clinician, I have met Black girls and women who have communicated that it was challenging to access counseling services because they wanted to be strong and work through the issues independently. At some point in the conversation, I revisited the latter statement and asked if accessing counseling services was a sign of their weakness. I asked questions concerning being strong, included how they learned that they are supposedly strong. How did they see being strong acted out? Who was the first person that told them that they were strong? Can they recall the activities or events that occurred when people said they were strong? Or explain the emotions and physical sensations they experienced when people said they were strong. Well, after my plethora of questions, I validate their stories of socialization to the strong Black woman stereotype. Often, I highlight their strengths. For example, I share that strength can include recognizing the need for support and accessing resources. Strength is acknowledging their vulnerabilities and the issues that brought us together. Because of their strength, we can explore, learn, and grow together. And strength is about self kindness, self care, and self compassion. I like to highlight their strength processes for coping and healing, such as reading, praying, exercising, sleeping, writing, talking with others, practicing safety, and more. I acknowledge their work because it speaks to their strength that is grounded in what Alan Wade, a response based practitioner, calls their inherent ability to respond effectively to the difficulties they face. Similar to many client stories, my experience of the stereotype addresses the people who said I was strong because they wanted me to perform for their benefit. When I was acting out the stereotype for others, I felt empowered. In my role as a strong Black girl, student, and woman, I felt good because I was helping, serving, and comforting. Specifically, I had euphoric brain and body experiences from being told that I was strong. My performances of the strong Black woman stereotype was about my social world, namely in the religion of Judeo Christianity, grounded in white supremacist patriarchy doctrine and the unconscious intergenerational lessons from Black enslavement. I was socialized to serve others to the detriment of my health. I was taught that girls and women serve boys and men. Despite my history of acting out the strong black woman stereotype, I cannot diminish my strengths. Today, I am stronger because I am better at being more confident with my yeses and my no's. So, what does knowing my strength looks like? Here's a poem about it. My strength is my black ancestors. My strength is rediscovering who I am and getting into trouble. My strength is walking away from abuse, danger, and violence. My strength is asking for help and confronting challenging issues. My strength is vulnerability, as evident in my tears, screams, and walk. My strength is my beautiful black skin. My strength is my smile, my song, and my joy. My strength is silence and solitude. My strength is, at times, unapologetic self compassion, my courage, and my essence. My strength is mine. Do you know your strength?